Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be shopping my stash. I always like to do these videos usually once a month or once every other month so I can bring you guys along into my makeup collection and we can pick out products for today's video. And as always, I like to go through and pick out new stuff, things that I already have that I love, and also a couple things that maybe I haven't used in a while. But today I do have a good mix of some drugstore, some high-end, and some new makeup that I just started testing out. So it's like nice because I can also give you guys like my second and third first impressions on the products. So I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. So I typically start with picking out my eye products first, but let's pick out complexion this time instead first. So I have a couple favorite foundations that I'm loving at the moment. The first one is this one from Kosas, the Skin Improving Foundation. This is beautiful and so long lasting. This has SPF in it with a natural finish, so I actually may use this today. I know I've been using it a ton, but it really is like my go-to. Milani Cream to Powder is another really good foundation that's affordable. Urban Decay Tinted Hydrator I haven't used in a while. That also could be an option. And I'm also loving the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. This is another current favorite. Also has SPF in it. It's a tinted moisturizer though, so it doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it's really pretty for everyday makeup. And then this one size Turn Up the Base Beauty Blur Balm. If you have oily skin, you will love this, and it has insane coverage. Now that I'm looking at these, I'm actually gonna go in and use the Yummy Skin Foundation from Danessa Myricks. This is dewy but super full coverage. I really love it with the glow serum from Danessa Myricks, but this foundation also works beautifully like on its own or with other primers as well. I've been testing it out with different ones and I really like it. So I'm actually going to use this today. For concealer, I already know which one I'm going to use. The new one from Dominique Cosmetics that she just launched, you guys. This is everything. This Awaken concealer has a really nice cooling applicator, which I'll show you, and it has great coverage. I tested it out the other day and I was like, okay, this is amazing. So then for powder, I'm also going to use the new one from Dominique Cosmetics as well because I liked this combo and I did test it out. Really smooth, natural finish. So this is today's concealer and powder combo. ColourPop Pretty Fresh, actually. This is a good pressed powder. Love it to set the face. It doesn't provide a ton of coverage, but it smooths you out. And another current favorite is the Halo Glow setting powder in the light pink version. This color, I feel like, just naturally brightens your under eyes and it gives you such a pretty glowy finish. I also almost forgot primer. So this section right here, I keep all like new products that I want to test out. I got this little cart from Amazon, by the way. I will link it, but I just got this new primer from Milk Makeup and I didn't even know they were launching something new. So I was excited about this. It's the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So I'm going to be using a lot of dewy products and I think this will look really nice with the Danessa Myricks foundation just to really smooth me out since that one is so dewy. I feel like this will be good for your pores. So I'm going to try it out. We have to pick a setting spray as well, like a setting and primer spray. What are we thinking? I'm kind of looking at this Dermablend water resistant setting spray. This looks like it would be perfect for today because I can use it before and after makeup. This JOA setting spray I also really like. That's affordable. The CoverGirl Priming Glow Mist has been also really nice. Super glowy. Okay, I think Dermablend is going to be the winner today. Just kidding. I actually changed my mind. I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last Flora setting spray because this is like just a good natural setting spray. And I always love all of Milani's setting sprays. They're so good. And this is my favorite section of my beauty room because I have all of my cream blushes, my bronzers, all the good stuff. So we definitely have to pick out a good cream blush and bronzer. And you know what? I may do an updated version soon, but I've talked about a lot of these e.l.f. Putty blushes. Such a classic. I also love these from NYX, the Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint. And then LA Girl actually just launched these new soft matte cream blushes that I am loving. They're so pigmented and they last a really long time on the skin as well. So I have a lot of favorites in here, but the other day I also did try out these Wonder Sticks from NYX and I loved them. And I think these are going to be like such a hit for the summertime. So I'm going to use the blush stick and the bronzer stick today. So the bronzer stick actually comes with a bronzer on one side and then a highlighter on the other. And then with the blush, you get two different cream blushes, but they're like in stick form, but they're so pigmented. And then for bronzer, I just want something simple. There's the blushes. I might just use Milani Silky Matte Bronzer because this is a classic and I love the shade. 03 is like my perfect color in the shade Suntan. I may just use this one. This is just the best drugstore bronzer for me. It's such a nice formula. Juvia's Place, you guys already know this bronzer duo is everything. This LA Girl Matte bronzer is also nice. I just wish it came in more colors, but it's a good one. I like this Ilia bronzer too. This is like a good everyday light warm shade. It's very smooth on the skin and I like this color. So this is actually a nice option because I don't want anything too much, but I do want to be bronzy. Okay, Milani is the winner for today. And then for blush, ooh, we got Smashbox Setting Spray, another favorite back here. But I'm gonna use the new Lunar Beauty Nude Prism blush palette. This is the prettiest blush palette. And I'm just such a big fan of this formula. It's so smooth and pigmented and I love these colors. And last but not least, we have to pick out a lip color and eyeshadow. So I want to do like a matte chocolate brown smoky eye. I used a new palette the other day from Dose of Colors, this Baked Browns 2. And I'm already in love with this formula from Dose of Colors because it's such high quality and the colors are just so pigmented and buttery. And you have all the shades that you need in one palette. So I'm going to use this one today because I'm telling you guys, the formula of these is everything. This is a newer one of their palettes, and then they also launched their Golden Hour palette that's also stunning. This one has some shimmers in it. I'll show you. And yes, these are warm tones, but like, look at those colors. And if you don't like warm tones, they do have some different variations of these little palettes as well. And this is a nice cool toned one. Look at these colors, like beautiful. But yeah, today I'm going to use the Baked Browns 2 palette and this is all that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to do an all matte smoky eye. And I'm going to pick out some eyeliner and mascara. I think for today I'm just going to use a drugstore mascara. I have a lot of good ones here that I like. e.l.f. Big Mood, that's a good one. Makeup Revolution 5D Lash, another good one. I think I'm actually going to use this one from LA Girl, the Jet Setter mascara. And then for eyeliner, I have been obsessed with these KVD tattoo pencil liners. They're so creamy and pigmented. It's like a gel crayon, so you don't have to sharpen it. You just like twist it on the bottom and the pencil comes up and it's amazing. And then for eye primer, I am loving this one from Dominique Cosmetics. It is the Everlasting Eye Base. So nice. And for lashes today, I am just gonna use the Kiss Pompadour because these are my jam. And I typically don't really use these with a lot of eyeshadow, so I'm gonna see how they look, and if I don't like them, then I'll pick something a little bit more dramatic, but I think these are gonna be pretty. You can also always add mascara over top when you have them on already if you wanna make them look a little bit more voluminous. And P.S. for lips, I already picked out 2 options here. The NYX lip pencils. I love these. They're like $4. It's just like a wooden lip pencil, but Nude Beige and Nude Truffle are today's options. And one of my favorite lip gloss formulas is the NYX This Is Milky lip gloss. If you like the butter glosses, I think you would really like these as well. They're a little bit creamier than those and they have a slightly more of like a juicy kind of finish to the lips. And I love this color in Cookies and Milk. It's like a cool toned nude. So here are all of the makeup products. We have little drugstores, some high end, and I'm gonna be using the Dominique Cosmetics sponge today. This is so soft and bouncy. And then to set my under eyes, I'm using one of these little triangle puffs. You can get them on Amazon. I will link them for you. But yeah, these are all the products. So let's do some makeup. Starting off with eye primer, I'm gonna go in with the Everlasting Eye Base from Dominique Cosmetics. You need the tiniest bit of this, like a drop of this on each eye. It is so pigmented. Like, look at that. That little tiny dot gives all that pigment. Now going in with the Baked Browns 2 palette from Dose of Colors, I'm going to start off with this color right here, and I'm actually going to mix in a little bit of this shade. So both of these soft browns are going to go pretty much all over the lid and in the crease. I'm actually just going to use a tiny bit of pressed powder, like just a little bit, just to set that primer because it is a little tacky. And now we can go in with these 2 brown shades. This look is all about just blending and adding product as you go. It's really easy though, because it's just a couple like matte brown shades blended all over your lid basically. I love these tones. These colors just blend so easily. I'm adding in a little bit more of this color just on a different fluffy brush. This one is actually from Shop Musée, this brush. And I'm just gonna add more of that brown to diffuse that in the crease a little bit. Then I'm gonna take this warmer, kind of darkish brown. I'm gonna take that on a fluffy blending brush and I'm gonna start applying that all over the lid. See how soft this eyeshadow formula is? Like I feel like when you build them up, the colors just diffuse together effortlessly. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of this color right here. These are actually talc-free. I just realized cruelty-free, paraben-free, talc-free, and gluten-free eyeshadows. I'm gonna do mascara. I'm looking for my mirror. There we go. Let's do mascara now. Lashes. Hopefully the pompadours look good with this look. I think they will, just because they're a simple wispy lash. And the bristles, by the way, from this LA Girl Jet Setter mascara, I really like. This is doing a nice job separating my lashes. It's also adding some length too. Going in with the Milani Make It Last Flora Spray, I'm gonna just use this to prep the skin. So with the Milk Makeup Primer, it says it's a lightweight, 90% natural cream primer that locks on makeup, blurs pores, and controls shine. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's kind of like a mask packaging. It's like all black. I like it. All right, let's take some out and see what it looks like. Oh. It's kind of like a thicker moisturizer, but it also feels like silicone-y a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna start on this side. Let's see if you can see a difference. Yeah, it does feel a little silicone-y, but like not really. It feels a little cooling too when you apply it. Oh, wow. It like disappears into your skin, but it really definitely blurs your pores. Actually, just kidding, it's not kind of silicone-y. It sort of feels like it's going to be like that, but then when you actually blend it into your skin, the product kind of just like, I don't know, absorbs your oil and just like dissolves away. So I'm gonna put this where I get the most oily, which is definitely my T-zone. Now I'm gonna go in with the Yummy Skin Foundation from Danessa Myricks. This match is perfect. It is in the shade 7N. And the first time that I used this, I used way too much. But since then, I have turned it down a couple notches. So a little bit of this goes a long way. It is so full coverage. And my new favorite foundation brush is the Real Techniques 202. This is the Instapop face brush. It's like angled and flat and it just blends your foundation out like a dream. Gotta blend this pretty quickly because the primer is matte and I don't want the foundation to dry over the primer. Ooh, it looks so good. I love this foundation. So if you like a dewy finish with more like medium to pretty full coverage, you will love this foundation. I mean, the way that it blends, it's like wow. And I think it will definitely look more dewy if you're using something dewy underneath. Now let's go in with the concealer. I'm going in with this one in the shade Oat Milk, and this is again the Wide Awake concealer from Dominique Cosmetics. Look at that applicator. So it's like a metal applicator. So when you apply it, it feels really cooling. I really like it. I feel like in the morning, products like this are ideal. In the product, you'll see it just like disappears and melts away into your skin. Look at the coverage, you guys. It's like insane, but it has a natural finish, which I really like. I'm just gonna blend out a little bit right on the edges with my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. Now let's go in with these NYX Wonder Sticks. I'm gonna start off with the bronzer stick. So you get a contour stick on one end and then a highlighter on the other. And these come in 8 different shades, which I thought was great for like a drugstore dual-ended stick like that. And I have this one in the color Light Medium, and these are so pigmented. I'm gonna use the highlighter later on to show you guys what it looks like, but I'm gonna start off with the bronzer first. You could apply this directly onto your skin, blend it out that way, but I personally like to just take my brush, this one is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo, and just dip directly into the product and then kind of diffuse the product out a little bit on the back of my hand and then apply it to my skin. Look at that color. The formula is so nice, blends really easily, and I love the fact that there's 8 shades. Like when I saw that, I was like, NYX is doing it. Look at that highlighter too. It is beautiful. It is a little bit darker, so if you are fair, I don't think this is going to work on your skin, but you could always use it as an eyeshadow, run it all over your lid, put it in your inner corners, or even use it as like a blush topper, like if you want to like add a little glowiness to your blush. The blushes are also just as good. So I got one of the lighter colors. This one is baby pink and light peach, and these are what those two blushes look like. Look at that pigment. It's like crazy. So NYX really did it with these sticks. I like them a lot. Same thing with this. I like to just apply it directly onto the brush instead of on my skin. And then I just blend it up towards the bronzer. These are really pigmented too, so you don't need to use a lot of product. I like to just go in and blend everything out with my foundation brush. Okay, so I'm just blending out my little under eye creases, and I'm about to set everything. And then I'm gonna kind of dust the rest of that away. And it doesn't feel drying on my skin too, which is nice. So this is like my second time using this. I'm gonna set my T-zone. And I'm actually just gonna use that same powder to set the rest of my face, but I'm gonna use a brush. Going in with Milani Silky Matte. I'm pretty much gonna focus most of this on my forehead, a little bit right here just to add some color. Just right in this area. Blending that into like my hairline basically so that it looks natural. Is there anything natural about this makeup look? Absolutely not, but you know, you get me. And then for my blush combo today, I'm actually just gonna mix both of these right here. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna go back in with the Wonder Stick from NYX, and I'm just gonna kind of press that over the blush. See, it just adds a nice little glow. I think these sticks are going to be such a hit for like everyday makeup in the summer. I'm also gonna take that and on a little brush, I'm gonna put some of that in the inner corners. This is almost like a peachy golden highlight and I love it. But again, I feel like if you are much more fair than I am, this is gonna show up, like you're gonna see that undertone to it. So you could use this as like a stick eyeshadow or something. They also do have a lighter shade in the contour stick, but I remember seeing the picture of these like on Trend Mood on Instagram, and the highlighter does look dark in all of them. So just something to keep in mind, but I still think it's such a great product. So I went in with whatever is left over on the brush that I used from e.l.f. and then I dipped into the color Peachy. And just to emphasize that, because I love blush. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this color, just run that right on the lash line. So I think with this look, a nude pencil on the waterline would look so bomb, but I'm gonna do black because black also just makes the brown pop. I'm gonna just run that right on the waterline. You see like how just that glided on? My eyes never water whenever I use these. And you don't have to like tug at your eyes or anything. And then I'm gonna kind of smudge out the black just a little bit to make it look a little smoky, just on the outer edge of my lash line. Now for the lip combo, I think I'm gonna use Nude Truffle instead of Nude Beige. I'll swatch both to show you guys, but these lip liners are one of my favorites. So up top we have Nude Truffle, which is a little bit darker, and then Nude Beige is on the bottom, and I'm gonna use Nude Truffle. And then let's top it off with some gloss. I'm gonna do a little bit of last minute blending right around the edges here. And then I am going to set my makeup and just add some mascara to my lower lashes, and then that is it. I love this look. This is definitely one of my favorites. So once your face looks like this, then you know you're all done. So that completes this Shop My Stash. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love the way this look turned out, and I encourage you to try it out, especially if you have brown eyes. This is gonna look so good on you. And this eyeshadow palette from Dose of Colors is everything. It's like the perfect palette to create this look. So definitely gonna be like a new go-to of mine whenever I want just good browns. These are it. Also love the concealer and powder combo. I did use this already before, but I love the way that it looks today. It looks beautiful. The concealer has great coverage and it's so creamy. And the applicator is probably my favorite thing about it. And then with the powder, it is truly so smoothing. I also really like this Milk primer. I thought it was going to be too dry on my skin, but I actually found it to be very cooling once it was drying down, and when I applied it, it definitely is matte, but it's not drying. So I'm definitely going to keep using this because I think it's going to be a great product for the summer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything will be linked down below, but I of course always encourage you guys to shop your stash because I know you got some good products in there. So use them up and show some love to things that you haven't used up in a minute. So use them up, create some bomb makeup looks. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today, sending you all lots of love, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.